Welcome, Queen. Have you ever asked a man to be honest with you, and then when he was, you got upset? Here's the deal. Many women say they want honesty until the honesty they get doesn't match up to what they wanted to hear. Stay with me here because this is a different conversation. Today, we're not talking about when men avoid conversations. We're talking about what happens when the man is willing to have the conversation, but the woman isn't ready to receive it. You heard me right. He's ready to talk, but you're not ready to hear it. Let me set the scene. Have you ever asked, where is this relationship headed? Only to hear the man say, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. Now, you clearly heard an answer. So sometimes the answer is clear. We just don't like it. So instead of accepting his answer, you start looking for hidden meaning. You start hoping he'll change. You start focusing on potential instead of the reality he just gave you. Now, maybe you're thinking, but men, they send mixed signals. They be playing games. And I won't argue with you or dispute that because you know what? That is sometimes true. You are absolutely right. What I will say is still, you can't build a future on information you choose to ignore. Because again, sometimes the signal isn't just clear, it's crystal clear. We just don't like his answer. And when we don't like the answer, we start negotiating with information we should readily accept. But the truth hurts less than false hope. And here's what I want you to know. I understand. Because personally, I used to be the woman who wanted a different answer than the answer I received. And the hard lesson for me is this, or was this rather. Clarity didn't become confusion because I didn't like it. Meaning, clarity doesn't become confusion because you dislike his answer. Because the reality is, as I've said before, sometimes the answer is already sitting on the table. We just don't like it. And because we don't like it, we let it sit there, hoping that we'll get another one. And yet, one of the fastest ways to create dysfunction in dating is to ignore what someone consistently shows you because you are attached to what they could become or what you hope they'll become. I need you to know that potential has started more dysfunction than reality ever did. Welcome. Hoping he becomes what you want him to become doesn't make him what you want him to become. Because conversations become complicated when conversations are absent of acceptance. And acceptance is often the conversation before the conversation. So sometimes the relationship isn't stuck because no one communicated. Sometimes the relationship is stuck because one person accepted the truth while the other person kept and continues to keep negotiating with the truth. If you are tired of second-guessing conversations, replaying interactions, and wondering where did things go left, I invite you to book a discovery call. Together, we'll get to the root of why your conversations keep going to the left. Because we'll identify the patterns keeping your conversations stuck in dysfunction so that you can approach relationships with more clarity, more composure, and peace. The link is in the description and pinned to the comment section. Hear me clearly, ladies. Sometimes The man isn't the one avoiding the conversation. Sometimes you're avoiding what the conversation requires of you. And the truth becomes expensive when you refuse to accept it early. As always, I'm C.E. Sam telling you that 24 hours doesn't seem long, but in 24 hours, you can change your life. So go ahead and do something life changing now.